The school bus was empty, completely empty. But Rex, a retired military bomb detection dog, wouldn't stop barking at it. His handler tried to pull him away. The bus driver laughed, called him a broken old mutt. 45 seconds later, the driver wasn't laughing anymore. Welcome to DogVision TV. Before we reveal how one dog's training saved an entire town from disaster, tell me, where are you watching from today? And if you believe military dogs never truly retire from protecting us, smash that subscribe button and hit the bell. Tuesday morning, 6:47 a.m. Springfield Elementary School. Marcus Thompson had driven this route for 12 years. Same streets, same stops, same schedule. He was doing his final safety check before picking up kids when a man with a dog walked past the parking lot. The man was David Chen, Iraq veteran, walking his 8-year-old Belgian malinois, Rex. They walked this route every morning. Rex needed the exercise, and David needed the routine. But this morning, Rex stopped dead in his tracks. His entire body went rigid, ears forward, tail straight, the same stance David had seen hundreds of times in Fallujah. "Rex, come on, boy. It's just a bus," David said, tugging gently on the leash. Rex didn't move. Instead, he started barking. Not aggressive, but insistent. The kind of bark that once meant the difference between life and death in a war zone. Marcus stuck his head out the driver's window. "Hey, control your dog, man. I got kids to pick up." "Sorry," David called back, but he was watching Rex carefully now. In 6 years since retirement, Rex had never given a false alert. David walked closer to the bus. Rex's barking intensified. "What's wrong, buddy?" David whispered, kneeling beside his partner. Rex's nose pointed directly at the bus's undercarriage. Marcus climbed down from the bus, irritated. "Look, I'm already running late. Your dog needs better training." "My dog," David said quietly, "detected 47 IEDs in Afghanistan. When he alerts, there's a reason." Marcus laughed. "This is Springfield, not Baghdad. We don't have bombs here, pal." Principal Janet Morrison arrived at 6:55, coffee in hand, ready for another normal day. She found a veteran arguing with her bus driver while a dog barked continuously. "What's going on here?" she asked. "This guy thinks there's a bomb on my bus because his mutt is barking," Marcus said, rolling his eyes. Janet looked at David, noticed his unit tattoo, then looked at Rex. The dog's intensity was undeniable. "Mr. Chen, Sergeant First Class, retired, and this is military working dog Rex, also retired." "How certain are you?" Janet asked. "Ma'am, Rex saved my unit 14 times. I'd bet my life on his nose." Janet made a decision that would later be called either paranoid or brilliant. "Marcus, park the bus away from the building. I'm calling the police." 2 patrol officers arrived at 7:10. Officers Bradley and Nguyen expected to find nothing, probably just a paranoid veteran with PTSD. "So, the dog barked at a bus?" Bradley asked, skeptically. David was losing patience. "He's not just a dog. He's trained in explosive detection by the United States military." "But he's retired, right?" Nguyen added. "Maybe he's just confused." Rex suddenly lunged forward, pulling David toward the bus despite the leash. He circled to the rear wheel well, pawing at the ground, whining urgently. That's when Officer Bradley noticed something. "Is that fresh welding?" Under the wheel well, barely visible, were new weld marks on the frame. They looked professional but recent. "We need the bomb squad," Bradley said, his skepticism evaporating. "Now." The bomb squad arrived at 7:35. By then, the school had been evacuated. Parents were panicking. The media was gathering. Captain Rodriguez from the bomb squad approached with his own detection dog, a young German shepherd named Ace. Ace immediately mimicked Rex's behavior, alerting on the same spot. "2 dogs, same alert," Rodriguez said. "We're going in." The robot went first. The camera feed showed what looked like normal bus undercarriage until Rodriguez enhanced the image. "Jesus Christ," he breathed. "That's military grade, C4 with a timer mechanism." The device was sophisticated, too sophisticated for amateur work. It was set to detonate at 7:45 a.m., exactly when the bus would be full of children at its third stop. "This would have killed everyone on the bus," Rodriguez told the FBI agents who had just arrived, plus anyone within 30 feet. David stood with Rex, his hand on the dog's head. Rex was calm now, mission accomplished. Marcus, the driver, approached them. His face was pale, hands shaking. I called your dog broken. I'm sorry. He saved my life. He saved those kids." "He was just doing his job," David replied. Even in retirement, the FBI investigation revealed a chilling plot. The bus had been targeted by a domestic terrorist cell planning to make a statement about military recruitment in schools. Marcus's bus was chosen because it passed the local National Guard recruitment center. They had worked on the bus 3 nights ago while it was parked in the depot. Security footage showed 2 figures, but they knew exactly where the cameras were, keeping their faces hidden. What they hadn't counted on was Rex's morning walk. The device was professionally hidden, Agent Sarah Williams explained. No visual inspection would have caught it. Even most detection equipment might have missed it because of the welding shield. But you can't fool a trained nose. Within hours, Rex became national news. Retired military dog saves school bus ran on every channel. But for David and Rex, it was overwhelming. They'd spent years operating in shadows, in silence. At the press conference, David spoke briefly. Rex doesn't understand retirement. When he was trained to protect Americans, nobody told him that duty ends. He just knows his job. A reporter asked, "How does it feel to be heroes?" David looked down at Rex, who was calmly sitting beside him, alert as always. "We're not heroes. We're just a team that happened to be in the right place." Principal Morrison stepped up to the microphone. "They're wrong. They are heroes. Rex and Sergeant Chen saved 43 children today. Children who are home with their families right now because a broken old mutt never forgot his training." The next morning, David and Rex went for their usual walk. But everything had changed. Every house had an American flag out. Children had drawn pictures of Rex taped to their windows. A small girl ran out with her mother and handed David a card. Inside, in crayon, "Thank you for saving my brother." At the school, a crowd had gathered. Parents, children, teachers. They formed a line, each wanting to thank Rex personally. One mother broke down, crying. "My daughter would have been on that bus. Your dog. He saved my baby." Marcus was there, too. He knelt before Rex, tears streaming down his face. "I'm going to tell everyone I know. These dogs, they're angels in fur. I'll never doubt one again." 3 weeks later, at the Pentagon. Rex stood on a platform while Secretary of Defense James Morrison pinned a Medal of Valor to his collar, the first retired military dog to receive such recognition. "Military working dog Rex," the secretary read, "demonstrated exceptional vigilance and dedication to duty, preventing mass casualties through trained detection capabilities, proving that service to country knows no end date." David stood at attention, pride and emotion mixing on his face. After the ceremony, a general approached. "Sergeant Chen, we'd like to offer you and Rex positions training our next generation of handlers and dogs." David looked at Rex, who at 8 years old still had the sharp eyes of a warrior. "What do you think, buddy? Ready to teach the young pups?" Rex barked once. Affirmative. Fort Bragg. K9 Training Center, 6 months later. David and Rex stood before a class of new handlers and their dogs. On the wall behind them, a photo from that morning in Springfield. Your dog will tell you things no technology can detect, David explained. Trust isn't built in training. It's built in believing your partner, even when the whole world says they're wrong. A young handler raised his hand. Sir, how did Rex know? After all those years, David smiled. He never stopped looking. That's the difference between trained and programmed. Programs can be turned off. Training becomes instinct, and instinct. Rex suddenly stood, alerting toward the training door. 2 seconds later, the surprise training scenario began. A hidden training device the instructors had planted. Instinct never retires, David finished. Today, there's a bronze statue outside Springfield Elementary. It's not of a general or a politician. It's of a Belgian malinois, alert and watching, forever protecting. The plaque reads, "To Rex and all military working dogs, your watch never ends, your loyalty never wavers, your service never forgotten." Marcus Thompson still drives the same route, but now he carries dog treats in his pocket. Every morning he stops where Rex made his stand, gets out, and salutes. Because heroes don't always wear uniforms. Sometimes they wear fur and walk on 4 legs. The plot to attack the school bus was traced to a larger network. 17 arrests were made across 3 states. The evidence that convicted them. It all started with one dog's bark. Rex is now 10 years old. He still trains new dogs, still walks with David every morning. And sometimes, when they pass that school, Rex stops and checks, just to be sure, because that's what warriors do. They protect, even when nobody asks them to, even when they're supposed to be retired, even when the world tells them they're just dogs. But we know better now. They're not just dogs. They're guardians who chose to serve and never learned how to stop. So I ask you, have you ever witnessed an animal's instinct save lives? Share your story below. Let's honor these 4-legged heroes who stand watch even when their official duty ends. If this story moved you, subscribe to DogVision TV, ring the bell, share this video, because these stories need to be told. Until next time, remember, not all heroes are human, but all heroes serve.